Hi guys, so I originally filmed this video the other day and then my memory card ran out and one of the files was corrupted, so it was like jumping between all these different videos I filmed, trying to fill in the gaps, and then another file got corrupted and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to film it again. So yeah, I'm just going to film the whole thing again, but I'm talking today about the time I detransitioned. So, my dog's looking at me. Come on. Right, so yeah, I'm just going to tell the story again. But when I came to college, it was the time where trans was becoming more well known and people were kind of taking advantage of that, and honestly, like, I'm just going to go out and say it, like, I think neo-pronouns are ridiculous. Like, I don't like they, them, like, I mean, like, I am a bunny, call me bun self, like, I'm a fairy, call me fae self, like, I think it's really stupid, and, like, it's not like a pronoun, like, you're not a rabbit, you're a person, like, it's not a gender, like, rabbits have gender, you get, like, male rabbits and female rabbits, like, you can't have a rabbit gender, I don't know, it's dumb, but, like, I'm not involving, like, too spirited in this because I don't know enough about it to have an opinion, and I know that's also part of, like, the, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's part of the Native American tradition, I think. So I'm not including that in that, like, I don't know what that is, but I'm not including it. I know that's something that's happened for, like, a long time. This is specifically a very, like, 2016 thing, like, I'm a fairy. So anyway, that was happening, and lots of people, including myself, obviously thought it was really stupid. So then it became the brunt of all these jokes, you know, like, well, I identify as an attack helicopter joke, and, like, that's not, because obviously these people who were saying this were, like, actually not around in public saying it, they were just being dumb on the internet. Which meant, like, the people who were getting the brunt of these jokes weren't, like, you know, bun people, they were, like, actually just trans people. So I was getting a lot of the brunt of these jokes, like, seeing, and I didn't like how it was being represented online and, like, all of this. So this was right before I came to college that all of this was happening. And I came to college and I'd introduce myself, like, if people ask, like, oh, are you a boy or a girl, or like, I don't know, if I wanted to tell them I was trans, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm, like, transgender, but, like, I'm not one of those. So instantly you could, like, tell I was just really ashamed of being trans, like, I didn't like it, and also at the same time, like, I was really struggling with where I was going, like, I was in Tavistock, but I'd been there for ages, I felt like I was going nowhere, I was nowhere near getting referred, I was nowhere near getting testosterone, like, my dysphoria was so bad. And also, at the time, I had a boyfriend, and before we started going out, I said to him, I was like, so are you, like, gay, bi, like, he was like, oh yeah, like, I'm pretty much bi, and I was like, alright, I didn't really bother to ask again, and we started going out, and like, a few months after we started going out, I had a session at Tavistock, and they were like, hey, we're thinking of referring you soon, like, what are your aims? And I was like, testosterone, testosterone, testosterone. They're like, yeah, we can refer you, like, let's hope that they give you testosterone, because Tavistock wouldn't give me testosterone, it's fucking, but, like, yeah, so I came home, like, yes, I might be getting referred, like, I might be getting testosterone soon. My boyfriend was literally like, okay. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, nothing. I'm like, well, no, obviously fucking something is wrong, like, you're not gonna act like that if nothing's wrong, what's going on? He's like, well, like, I know I said I was bi, but, like, honestly, I'm just not, I'm just straight, like, and even though I love you now and, like, all of this, if you were on hormones, you'd be, like, you know, like a proper man, I just don't know if I could fancy if you looked like that. So I was really upset, you know, I didn't like that I thought that he saw me as a girl, I didn't like that he was gonna break up with me, like, it was kind of my first proper serious relationship, so, I don't know, it was already upsetting, but I stuck to my guns, and I was like, tell you what, like, I can't help that I'm trans, and we're just gonna go with it, and if I take testosterone, you don't like me anymore, like, fucking so be it, whatever. So, I came to college, again, like, obviously, and, like, it was all getting really confusing. Like, some of the students were calling me she, some of the, like, all the teachers, because they knew, were calling me he, and, like, I was going in the girls' bathroom because I didn't pass very well, but I was uncomfortable in there, and I wasn't comfortable in the boys' toilets. I wasn't really comfortable anywhere, to be honest. And it got to this peak point, and I was so annoyed. And this guy, I don't know, I told him I was trans, and he was like, oh, so like, attack helicopter. And I was like, and I was literally at this night, and I was like, fuck it, honestly, like, fuck it. If they can choose to be bunnies, and they can fucking choose to be like all these stupid fucking genders, then I choose to be fucking just a girl, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being trans, I'm sick of not going anywhere with the hormones, I'm sick of my boyfriend gonna dump me, I'm sick of the people's attitudes and all of this. I lost it. I was like, fuck it. So I was literally like, no, I'm detransitioning, and I like, I don't know, it was really dumb. So I told my boyfriend, he was like, okay. And I told my friend, and she was like, seems really forced, but alright. And I was like, nah. And she was right, like. But, yeah, so I, like, bought a bra, which was weird, but I didn't really wear it much. Like, I bought, like the first week, I was like, I can be a cis girl and still wear a binder, which, like, obviously you can be, but, like, I was so obviously not. So I was like, yeah, I can be a girl and still wear a binder, like, I'm just gonna wear my binder. And that was cool. So that, like, I wasn't as uncomfortable with that. And then, like, people were like, oh, are we calling you she now? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm so comfortable with that, that's great. Oh, it's so ridiculous. So I don't know, fucking hell. So I was wearing, like, weird, like, I was stealing all my sister's clothes, because fuck spending money, you know, like, I was buying nothing, I was stealing all my sister's clothes, and, like, I was wearing this, like, hideous dress over the top of this binder, which, like, stuck out of it, which looked so funny, because, like, I'm pretty much 6 foot, and I'm, like, actually, I wear a lot of hoodies to, like, hide everything, but I'm actually, like, very broad. Like, I have to have, like, a large binder, just because all the rest are, like, too tight here, and, like, but yeah, so there's this, like 6 foot pretty hench, like, girl, and this fucking like, flat chest, and this, like, dress. Ooh, it was horrific. And I think I tried makeup as well, which, ooh. So this lasted for about a week, and I had a breakdown, and was like, I can't do it, and everyone was like, we know. Was pretty much it, but in the end, I broke up with my boyfriend. The memory card cut out. Yeah, in the end I broke up with my boyfriend anyway, cause, like, different things, so that ended up fine, and, like, I vowed never to date anyone who only fancies girls again. Which, to be fair, I didn't intend to in the first place, like, he told me he was bi, so fucking sucks to be you. He's missing out. But yeah, that was pretty much the story, and I kind of wanted to make this, because even though it's obviously not that exciting a story, it's like, I know a few people who detransition, I know a few people who, like, are really ashamed of it, like, I just wanted to make this to be like, you don't need to be ashamed of it, like, it's fine, like, I get why. No one wants to be trans, it sucks, like, I can get why you've detransitioned, and don't ever feel like it makes you less trans, because it really just doesn't, at all. And, like, if you're still questioning your gender, that's also okay, like, feel free to message me if you're struggling, but, like, there's not a race to find out, it's fine, and, like, things will work themselves out. And honestly, like, in the end, even though I regretted that experience slightly, looking back now, if I ever have these panic moments, like, but what if I'm faking it, which, like, also every trans person has that, I'm like, oh my god, what if I take, like, hormones and I regret it, what if I'm faking it? I can literally go back and be like, remember how I felt in that just 1 week where I was getting called she, and, like, not binding every day, and, like, honestly, it was the worst, and I'm like, you know what, it's evident. So, like, yeah, that's that story, that's all. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram, on my Sarah, which is on my Instagram sometimes it's my YouTube videos. I'll also put in the link down below, and yeah, hope you enjoyed this video.